Hello, and welcome to Group Four's presentation of our U.S.-Mexico border film. This project was worked on by Israel, Kelly, and myself, KJ. Uh, we did the film Selena. It was directed by Gregory Nava. He's directed six other films other than this film right here. He's a highly respected director and movie writer. He released the movie on March 21st, 1997. The genre of this film is drama slash music. A quick summary of the plot and the storyline. Selena had been singing ever since she was a child. She was forced by her father to start a band with her other siblings. It was something that made her feel alive as her fans supported her out in the crowds. She ended up falling in love with one of the newest band members and ended up marrying him. Once Selena got more famous, needed people to help support the career that she was building for herself. One of her employees stole her money behind her back. When they confronted the employee, she shot Selena when trying to make amends. So yeah, it takes a quick turn. It ended up being pretty sad in the end. The plot makes sense. It's very coherent actually. It has a clear beginning, middle, and end, and it makes sense all around. It is very easy to follow. You could basically tell the story back after you watch it the first time. Is it believable? Yes, it is believable. It was based on a true story with accounts from people that actually experienced the events that went on in the movie. So it's all true. And these are a few pictures of Selena and the actress that played her, Jennifer Lopez. As you can see, there's a side-by-side comparison of what they look like. It's actually pretty accurate. So the characters in the film and what they were like. Selena, she's the main character. She's a very famous singer throughout the movie, and she is very kind and generous to everyone she meets. Although she becomes very famous, you can see she remains genuine throughout her fame, which is very noble of her. And then we have Chris. He was definitely a mystery at first, but he began to open up more than he began talking, dating, and marrying Selena as her guitarist in the band. Then we have Abraham, that is Selena's father. Um, he's persistent on Selena having a singing career, but he is only looking out for her and wants the best for her. So he had good intentions, but some of his execution was questionable. Then we have Marcella, that's Selena's mother. She is very understanding throughout the movie, with Selena helping her with everything, her choices, and giving her advice for everything that she goes through. And the actors that played these characters were Jennifer Lopez, John Seda, Edward James Olmos, Constance Marie, Saidi Lopez, Jacob Vargas, Lupe Ontiveros, and more, but those are the main characters. Um, and do you believe Chicanos, Latinos, Hispanics, Latinx are correctly and appropriately portrayed? Why or why not? We thought it was yes. We think that they're portrayed appropriately throughout the movie. Um, there is a scene in the movie where a white woman assumed that Selena and her friend were not able to afford a dress simply because of their race and color. So they did experience some racism and uh, misclassifications based on their race. And here we have a few pictures of the cast that was a part of Selena. In the top left, we can see the director and some of the cast members, and then we have Chris and Selena in the top right, and then we have the full cast of the main characters in the bottom two pictures.
The cast of Selena is still pretty active to this day for the most part. Jennifer Lopez, who played Selena, is still an actress and musician, recently starring in Marry Me, as well as The Mother, which will release on Netflix sometime in the future. Constance Marie, who played Marcella, is still an actress and has recently starred in Winter in Vale, a TV movie that came out in 2020. Edward James Olmos, who played Abraham, remains active as an American actor, producer, director, and activist. He recently starred in Chasing Wonders, a drama film that was released last year. John Cena, who played Chris Perez in the movie, has recently starred in Chicago PD, an American police procedural drama television series created by Dick Wolf and Matt Olmstead. As of 2 weeks ago, it was announced that John Cena is rejoining the cast of the NBC drama series Le Bleu. Two quotes from two of the characters that we found memorable come from Abraham Quintanilla and young Selena, with Abraham saying, "We have to be more Mexican than the Mexicans and more American than the Americans, both at the same time. It's exhausting." We interpreted this quote as him saying that Mexicans have to work harder for what they are trying to achieve. And the same can be said about Selena's quote, where she says, "I'm looking up at the moon and I'm dreaming." Selena's dream is so far away, but her ambition is high. We felt like this was something that was meant to portray the life of Mexicans at the time with the immigrant situation because they struggled to work toward a better future while facing discrimination. The immigrant situation in Selena mostly involves discrimination and cultural conflict. For example, there's a scene where Antonio Quintanilla and his band lose the opportunity to play for an audition in Texas because the restaurant where the auditions are held is owned by a racist white man. Selena solves the issue of discrimination within the music industry by eliminating the racist and cultural barriers that exist within it. She does this through her musical abilities and raw talent, showing those around her that everyone can make great music given the opportunity. Do we recommend this film to any of our classmates? Yeah, we do actually. We highly recommend this film not only to our fellow classmates, but to anyone who has the time to watch this film and understand and realize who Selena is because she is an idol who passed away too young and also someone who broke down a lot of racial barriers. It's also a great portrayal of Mexican culture that can be appreciated by anyone. All in all, we give this film 5 stars.